Yeah, you got it. And we're going to show it.
Father and son bonding next
That's a nice
on Black
one.
Nouveau.
Look at your fish. Wow.
Good evening and welcome to this edition of Black Nouveau. I'm Joanne Williams. This week we'll take you on a father and son camping trip. We'll talk with MPS Superintendent Dr. Gregory Thornton. We'll also preview a local filmmaker's effort to define the community's role in education reform. But first, October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Breast cancer is the most common cancer among African American women. We are more likely to die from the disease than any other group. That's why early detection is so important. Yet for many of us, taking that first step is the hardest. Faith Colas has more.
It could be a lack of health care, believing the generational myths about mammograms, or in my case, fear. But far too many women choose to not get mammograms. Recently, at the age of 47, I had my first mammogram at Columbia St. Mary's.
Good morning, Faith.
Good morning.
My name is Nancy, and I'll be taking care of you today.
Hi, Nancy.
Okay? I'd like you to come right over here into one of the dressing rooms.
Okay.
With this robot, opens in the front. When you're done, put your clothes in one of the lockers and just have a seat. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Carla Harris is a breast health clinician.
Here at Columbia St. Mary's, we use digital mammography in most of our facilities, and actually a woman is usually in and out in about 15 minutes.
I was ready to answer questions about my personal and family's health history.
Family health history is important. Studies have shown that there is a link to being in a higher risk category for breast cancer. If your immediate family, a mother, sister, or aunt, has had breast cancer, or even a daughter, breast or ovarian cancer. African American people, we don't always know our family history. Sometimes it's a little hush-hush about why grandma died. But you also have to put this in perspective that 70 to 80% of the time, women with breast cancer have no family history.
Do you have any family history of breast or ovarian cancer?
Yes.
Faith, I'd like to explain the exam to you. I'm going to take anywhere from 4 to 6 images. Okay? I won't know that until after the first. They are all routine images. Okay? What I'm going to have you do, let's say my fist is your breast. I'm going to put your breast here. This is called a compression paddle. It's going to come down like this and compress your breast. It's going to feel tight, a little uncomfortable, but as soon as the picture is over, it automatically rises. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay. Turn your feet nice and straight. Okay. Okay, I'm going to come from this side and just relax. Okay, I'm going to come underneath your breast. And this is my compression again.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. It's going to be a little tight, just like that.
It's a little tight.
Stop breathing, Faith. And relax.
There are several myths that keep women from getting mammograms. I believe that mammograms were accompanied by extreme pain to the breast. That is not true. A very small amount of pressure is felt for less than 20 seconds. Carla Harris dispels some of the other myths that keep women like me from getting mammograms.
Another myth is, because I have no symptoms, I have no breast cancer. And the truth is that many times breast cancer really is symptom-free for a little while until it's more advanced. Another myth is that breast cancer is always fatal. And that's not true, Faith. We have many, many survivors. My mom is a 20-year survivor.
I returned to Columbia St. Mary's within a 48-hour period to receive the results from Dr. Cynthia Rice.
I've reviewed your mammogram, which is your baseline exam, and I see no problems. At this point, I would recommend that you have a repeat screening mammogram in 1 year and on a yearly basis from now on. And it's also important that you do a monthly self-breast exam and see a physician or nurse practitioner on a yearly basis for a clinical breast exam.
We're joined now by Yolanda Radford Sarton, who is a breast cancer survivor and members of the Sisters Network. And first of all, as they say in breast cancer terminology, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Because every year that you have another birthday is a blessing, right?
It is a wonderful blessing, yes.
Tell us a little bit about your story. Early diagnosis and early detection is critical, and yours was found pretty early, right?
Very early. I thank God for that. My breast cancer was found at a very early stage, stage 0. It's called ductal cell carcinoma in situ. My mom had breast cancer in October of 2007, and hers was stage 2. So 6 months later, I believe the Lord led me to ask my doctor for my very first mammogram with the mindset of turning 40, need a mammogram, mom had breast cancer, I should go ahead and ask for one. But I believe in my heart something God told me to do. So I asked for the mammogram and went and got the mammogram, was sent home, they said, I'll see you back in a year. When I got home, I got a phone call that said the doctor saw some calcifications and needed to come back. So longer story made shorter, and went back for a second mammogram and then a biopsy, and the biopsy came back positive for a very early stage of breast cancer.
And what kind of treatment did you have?
I had a bilateral mastectomy.
Now, do you think that was radical for an early stage diagnosis, or did you say, okay, let's take care of it now?
For me, radical is reoccurrence of breast cancer. Coming up with that decision was a decision I had to prayerfully make, and I learned when I was diagnosed with breast cancer what it means when breast cancer is every woman's journey. And for me, radiation, which could have been an option if I had chosen to have a lumpectomy, would have been a route that I would have to take. But my mom had gone through chemotherapy and 30 plus treatments of radiation, and I, during that time, was working full-time, working my master's full-time. I didn't have time for radiation. And so my reoccurrence of breast cancer, the percentage was decreased if I chose to have a bilateral mastectomy.
Now let's talk about how you make all these decisions. A lot of women are going to face that tomorrow.
Yes.
How do you make these decisions? Who do you turn to? What do you do?
Well, I turn to God for prayer, number one. Then I turn to resources, or friends in my network. And one of them, which is a blessing to my life and my mom's life, was Phyllis Holder, the founder of the Sister Network here in Milwaukee, the affiliate chapter. And she was very instrumental in guiding my mom and I through her treatment choices and facility of where to get treatment, and made it easier for me to go through with her, and then getting connected with other women with breast cancer, sharing and hearing their stories helped me to make my decisions.
There were other family members who had breast cancer too, right?
Yes.
So genetics may play a role.
Well, after I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I did have genetic testing done, and I didn't have the gene for breast cancer. However, women who are diagnosed with breast cancer, I would encourage them to get the genetic testing, because if a mom has breast cancer and has the gene positive, the BRCA1 or BRCA2 gene for breast cancer, it can be passed on to her daughters. So having that information is very important.
A lot of people will say, you know, this is all very confusing. You're using terms that are now very familiar to you, which I'm sure were not familiar to you before your own diagnosis and your own treatment. What do you say to women who are saying, well, you know, I've never had a mammogram. I don't want to get a mammogram. I don't want to find out.
Well, I tell women, don't allow fear to grip them, because fear will hinder getting you where you're destined to go. And it's fear that holds women back from getting tested, and it's fear that kills women, especially African American women with breast cancer, because they have cancer cells growing on the inside of them. They feel something going on, they feel a little lump, and I don't want to go get checked out. I have the kids to take care of, my husband to attend to, I'm working 2 jobs, a lot going on. However, and different barriers that African American women are faced with hinder them or delay them from seeking out treatment or mammograms. So I would encourage women to stop what you're doing, go get your breast checked. Women who are 40 years old should have a mammogram every year. And depending on if there's a breast cancer history in the family, conversations with one's doctor should be taking place so he or she is aware of the family history of breast cancer. And then there may be a need to start breast cancer mammograms a lot earlier.
And if you are diagnosed and someone says you may need a mastectomy, you may need a lumpectomy, should you just take the advice of one doctor, or should you get more opinions?
Oh, you can always get a second opinion. I'm a registered nurse, and you can find a doctor just like you're shopping for whatever you want to shop for. And so if you don't like this brand of food, you go to a different store and try this brand, which may be better or may provide more nutrients. So if a doctor's not listening or hearing you, or you feel that there's not a rapport being made, I would always suggest getting a second opinion from another doctor. Yes.
Now you have an event coming up to sort of celebrate the women who have survived breast cancer and to raise awareness. When is it and what is it?
Yes, it's Saturday, October 6th. It's going to be at Estabrook Park. It's a free event for all people, and it increases awareness for breast cancer in the community. It's an event that is put on by the Sister Network affiliate chapter of Milwaukee.
And there's nothing like awareness.
Nothing like awareness.
All right. Well,
That's
thank you
right.
very much for coming and talking with us, Yolanda.
Thank
we
you for
appreciate
having
it.
me. Thank you
And
very
as I said
much.
at the beginning, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Every year, the Milwaukee Jaha Workshop sponsors a father-son camp called TJ Camp Peace. Almost 2 decades old, this fatherhood initiative helps our young men drop city tensions for the peace and quiet of nature. Liddy Collins has more.
Good morning, Camp Peace. Good morning. Good morning, Camp Peace. Good morning. Everybody give me a peace sign. Peace. Peace. 17 years we've been doing this.
Yes, 17 years ago, 1995, this scene became a ritual that says it's time for boys and men to gather for their camp weekend up north, doing guy things. No females allowed. It's a bonding process that resulted out of experiences garnered at the Million Man March held in Washington, D.C.
When we left there, Minister Farrakhan said that if 1 million men go back to 1,000 cities and do something little in their community, we can change the face of America, we can change the face of Black America. So we decided to take our sons fishing.
The men who attended the march started with their sons and relatives, and over the years, men like Andre McKee and his sons have joined this ritual, which grew into a community sort of rites of passage. This passage takes the men and boys of TJ Camp Peace up north to what the camp leaders call their pristine spot on planet Earth, Black Hawk Park, where for 3 days they were camped out under the stars along the Mississippi River. On arriving, first things first, a camp city started to go up.
Everybody else wants you to help put them up too.
Okay, okay.
Not a lot of pressure, don't take a lot, real easy. We're 25 miles south of La Crosse, 25 miles north of Prairie du Chien. What we love about this spot is that we're right on the banks of the mighty Mississippi River. And I don't know if you have seen the eagles and the hawks. It's just a beautiful ecosystem. And a lot of these kids are first timers. Many of them have never been off the concrete. We call it the concrete reservation. Somebody always asks, because our swimming hole is on the other side, and someone always asks me, Mr. Johnson, are we gonna swim in that muddy water with no concrete, no chlorine in it? Yes, absolutely.
If you can dodge traffic, you can dodge some wood.
And wood for the campfire distributed, the main sport of fishing began.
We're fishermen. I'm a Wisconsin outdoorsman. I hunt, deer hunt, and squirrel hunt, and a lot of fishing. And you know, turning kids on to fishing can be a lifelong pursuit. In the city, they play basketball and they roughhouse, but here we sort of commune with nature. Someone once said that you teach a kid to fish, you have a friend for a lifetime.
You got to be patient. I'm gonna throw it out there and you're gonna hold it. Okay, now I just need you to just hold it. And when we see that thing go down, then we got a fish on there, and then you're just gonna just start reeling it in.
They catch bluegills, walleyes, catfish, crappies. This is the Mississippi River, and it's teeming with fish.
You see how it's moving? I'll tell you when. Now. Start reeling it in. Start reeling it in. Start reeling it in. Reel it in. You got him. You got him. Reel it in. Reel him in. You got it, see? You got him. Come on, get him. Come on. Hold on, let me go to get him. You gonna get him? See there?
I got it.
Yeah, you got it. And we're gonna show it.
That's a nice one.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Wait till he gets it. He's gonna pick it up out the tree. It's behind the tree, so we don't lose it again. Okay, now we're gonna show what you caught. Let's reel it in. Look at this. Look at you. Look at you. Look at your fish. Wow. Wow. Look at that.
Along with fishing, canoeing, and other outside activities, this camp of men and boys, ages 7 to forever, had learning going on.
It's violence prevention, but we don't have a violence prevention curriculum. We feel that the building rapport between the boys and the men fosters peace and rapport. And our hope is that the peace that we have here translates back home in the city. We always tell the kids, anybody here is your brother for real. So if you meet a kid here at camp, and then next month you see a kid at a football game and he's in trouble or doing something that is not good or cool, admonish him or protect him. So it's a brotherhood, a fraternity, if you will.
Next week, we'll hear from some of the campers. The 7th Annual Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit will be held on October 12th and 13th at the Destiny Youth Plaza. You can register online at www.milwaukeefatherhood.com or by calling 414-286-5653. Brad Pruitt is a local filmmaker whose latest project, Bending Toward the Light, will be screened at the Milwaukee Film Festival. It looks at the education system and the community's role in reform attempts. Here's a preview.
This has been our #1 civil rights issue, education, and it still is our greatest challenge to this very day.
What our research is beginning to reveal is that this idea that a community has a lot of responsibility collectively for raising the children is a universal ideal and perhaps the most unfulfilled ideal around.
The students are being bombarded on an everyday occasion with the negativity of the popular culture.
Media has destroyed the educational sector. Everybody's talking about numbers now and money.
Before they know how much you know, they want to know how much you care. And once they realize that you care and you're concerned, you need to come with the goods.
Bending Towards the Light will be shown Sunday, October 7th at the Milwaukee Film Festival. And speaking of education, we're pleased to welcome Milwaukee Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Gregory Thornton back to Black Nouveau. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
You have a lot going on in MPS right now, and I have a lot of things to ask you about.
Okay.
The first thing I want to ask you about are the Common Core state standards. I've heard people all over the country who are for Common Core and some who are against it. What's your thought?
Oh, I certainly think it creates an opportunity to raise expectations for young people. I'm pleased to say that the work that we've done around our comprehensive math standards as well as our comprehensive literacy standards does a really great job correlating the work. So I think we're well on the path to actually getting there. But comprehensive core is going to be a wake-up call for America. I mean, if you look around America, the standards are different from state to state. From my understanding, I think there's only 3 states that made the decision not to adopt, but Wisconsin's fully in, Milwaukee's fully in, and we're going to work very aggressively to position our young people for this global economy. When we began taking a look at the Common Core standards, I think it happened about 2.5 years ago, a group of governors got together with the chief state school officers, and they said, hey, United States can't continue to be at the position they're in. So I think this work will begin to accelerate that opportunity for America to be competitive. Our young people are going to live all over the world, and they have to be ready.
Now, I can remember 4, 5, 6 years ago when MPS was talking about having some sort of standards that everybody would be following. So if a child moved from one school to the other, they would have the same reading program. They wouldn't have to be starting all over again. And that didn't always come to fruition. How is this actually going to happen?
Well, I think we made major steps before the Common Core was actually introduced into K-12 education. Common Core has been in development the last 2 years, supported by some major foundations. Upon arriving here, the team and I actually went to work very aggressively on a call to action from the board, and they wanted to really have a comprehensive core curriculum around literacy and math. And I'm pleased to say that in 2010, when we closed that school year, we had it. We standardized our texts. We standardized what kids should be able to know and do. We figured out what we were going to do if they didn't know it. And then we actually provided the materials and assessments that went along to actually support that initiative.
Now, how about buy-in from parents? How are you getting parents to go along with this?
Parents are our strategic partner, and I think parents wanted it as well. They wanted to know what kids needed to know and be able to do. They wanted to support their children at home. Many of our extended partners in our community are often asking me, how can we help? What do we need to do in our extended opportunities? So I think this creates a really transparent look into what kids should be able to do and what we need to do to support those children.
What can people do who aren't teachers, who aren't administrators, who aren't working in MPS? What can they do if they say, I want to help?
Well, I think there's a number of entrees, and certainly in which they can be involved. Everything from volunteering in classrooms to supporting young people with homework to supporting organizations that have tutorial opportunities for kids. It's a wide opportunity for parents. And parents like being able to go in, figure out kind of what the kids are working on, and we certainly have now access for parents to go in, check the youngsters' grades, check whether they were at school, and then check what are the things they need to be doing in school. So I think it's a good opportunity for parents.
Now you're talking about the basics. You're talking about literacy, math, and science.
Literacy, math, and science. And we did something really interesting with science. We actually grouped it with math, really trying to drive our STEM initiatives to science, technology, engineering, and math. So we think we're onto something really special, a little unique. We didn't separate the two.
But what about STEAM? What about arts? Where do the arts come in?
Well, the arts fit. I mean, the arts, I think, rounds out the program. One of the things, as you well know, we had to make major financial cuts in past years. And I'm really pleased to say that the board certainly supported an expansion of arts last year. I'm pleased to say 83% of our schools have physical education. I believe we're going to make another payment this year with respect to the arts. I would hope that if we continue to move at the progress we're moving, that we'll be fully implemented in the arts. And I think that certainly balances out the curriculum for our young people. I was a kid, I didn't rush to school to go to English 3. I rushed to school to potentially draw, to be in the band. I think those are the things that attract our young people, and our young people wake up in the morning with that burning desire to be a part of.
Now, once you get them in school, once you get them working on these core subjects,
yes,
you're going to want to point them in some direction.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't need to go to college. So what directions are you pointing people once they graduate, and I expect them to graduate from high school?
I'm not really pointing them, and I don't think we should point them. I think our children are smart, and I think we should give our children opportunities and access to go wherever they want. It's our goal is when they walk across that stage, they have a diploma that they can negotiate. And we certainly have built some, I think, some support systems with software, career cruising for youngsters to go out and figure out what do they want to do when they grow up, and creating pathways for youngsters to find the right courses to support it, support that initiative. So we I think, built some infrastructure around creating opportunities and choices and opening the opportunities. Many of our youngsters don't realize the opportunities that are available. So as youngsters move forward, we once were in a place where we wanted all kids to go to college. Well, now we want all kids to be college ready. But we want youngsters to have the opportunity to follow their dreams and fulfill some of the things that they had hoped to do in life. So, when I went to school, you kind of went, and this is where you stayed. But now if you look at the research, young people will change jobs 7 to 10 times before retirement. So it's an opportunity, I think, to have a really strong foundation, and then from that strong foundation, give them an opportunity to go different places.
For some of the kids who may not go to college but may want to be college ready, they have careers ahead of them. And you said you just got something at MPS, you got some automobiles. What do that have to do? What do they have to do?
Well, it's a wonderful, America's in a really wonderful place because I believe in many ways there are opportunities and access that haven't been available many, many years ago for many children. Today, for example, we partnered with Johnson Control. We have an automotive program. And I don't know if you looked under a car hood lately, it's become very, very complex. And right now we're trying to position our youngsters to be certainly tech savvy, to be able to negotiate the work that they're doing in their shop classes actually in the world of work. So Johnson Control was gracious enough today to give us two 2012s, a 2012 Leaf and a 2012 Volt. So our youngsters can certainly begin to prepare to work on the types of machinery that they're going to be expected to do in the industry. So those are opportunities that continue to happen and continue to partner. And I think it's a good conversation around what we can do collectively as a community if we work together.
Well, I want to continue talking about the things that are happening in MPS, and I thank you very much for coming with us today. Will you come back and visit us again?
I would love to. It's an exciting time for the city, it's an exciting time for the children at MPS, and would love to come back.
All right, thank you very much. Before we close tonight, we have the results of The Mountaintop Quiz. We asked you to name the hotel where Dr. Martin Luther King was staying when he was assassinated. In record numbers, all but 2 of the respondees knew the answer was the Lorraine Hotel in Memphis, Tennessee. Here are the contest winners who will each receive a pair of tickets to see The Mountaintop, currently running at the Milwaukee Repertory Theater. And that's our program for this week. For Black Nouveau, I'm Joanne Williams. Thanks for watching, and good night.